It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs' superstar wide receiver. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That swung out wide to Harris. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Herbert. A short throw. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So now the Chiefs go on offense in great starting field position. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 13 catches, 107 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Chiefs at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a close.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chargers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Charger drive about to get going. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one finds McConkey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. He's to the 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Slot man moves right. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Melvin. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The home team's offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Herbert now. Complete to Johnston here. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Chiefs' 28-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 23. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the Chiefs' 11-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 and 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To number 29. It's the gain of 6. And the 1st down, the Chiefs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Butker's kick here is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. C.J. Stroud, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Hendon Hooker, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Skylar Thompson, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one caught by Rice. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground is Steele. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Deion Henley there on the tackle. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll run on first down. Melvin, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw here. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Tuipulotu got in and dropped it. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The home team's offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the 1st half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. A really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Kansas City.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second and 5. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Up the middle they go. Melvin knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Second and 7. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. He'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Here's second and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's brought in by Harris. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Herbert off of play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. In motion goes the tight end. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert throwing again. That's swung out wide to Harris. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Setting up the screen, Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
And now here comes Kansas City. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Try to take this home, they'll run. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. L.A. readies for its next possession. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. This is 1st and 10. Herbert. Open man here is Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Herbert to throw. Right side, he has Johnston. Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.